think you're better than me now? No, Kwame, I never!
All your education!
Your juice is wrong! You're a fool!
Nice to see you.
Abigail wiped the sweat from her brow as she helped her mother hang the last batch of laundry on the makeshift clothesline behind their small compound. At 19, she had just completed her secondary school education with distinctions that made her teachers weep with pride. In a home where 7 people shared 3 rooms and meals were sometimes skipped to afford school fees, her success felt like a miracle. Another one came asking for you, her younger sister Amma whispered excitedly, watching a well-dressed man drive away in his car. That's the 5th this month. Abigail's beauty was undeniable. Smooth, dark skin, intelligent eyes, and a smile that could light up the dimmest room. But it was her brilliance that truly set her apart. Boys from wealthy families, university students, even young professionals sought her hand in marriage, each promising her the world. Then she met Kwame. He was different from the others, or so she thought. A businessman with a modest shop in town, he spoke passionately about education and women's empowerment. I will support your dreams, Abigail, he promised, his eyes sincere. You'll go to university. I'll pay every fee, buy every book. You're too intelligent to waste away. Her mother was skeptical, but Abigail's 4 younger siblings needed school fees. Kwame could help the family. Against her better judgment, she said yes. The first year was beautiful. Kwame enrolled her in the University of Ghana, beaming with pride as she attended her first lectures. When their daughter Akosua was born, Abigail juggled motherhood and studies with fierce determination. She topped her class in both semesters, her professors already talking about scholarship opportunities. But success breeds resentment in small hearts. It started subtly, Kwame questioning why she needed to spend so long at the library. Then came the accusations. She was too educated, too proud, making him look small. The first time he struck her, she was reviewing notes for her end-of-year exams. The textbook flew across the room, pages fluttering like wounded birds. You will not return to that university, he announced, his voice cold and final. My wife should be at home, cooking, cleaning, serving me, not filling her head with useless knowledge. Abigail stared at him, her cheek still burning from the slap. This wasn't the man she married. This was a stranger wearing his face, threatened by her potential, determined to cage her brilliance. No, she whispered, the word growing stronger with each repetition. No, no. The beating that followed was savage, but something in Abigail had awakened the lioness, protecting not just her daughter, but her very soul. At 3 in the morning, while Kwame slept off his rage, she packed a single bag with Akosua's clothes, her own documents, and her precious textbooks. Her
Never
daughter,
again.
barely 1 year old, whimpered softly against her chest. She left with nothing but her dignity, her dreams, and her baby girl. The hostel room she found was smaller than Kwame's bathroom. She worked 3 jobs selling pure water during the day, braiding hair in the evenings, and cleaning offices at night. Akosua stayed with a kind neighbor who charged less. Her hands blistered, her body ached. But every A on her transcript was a victory. Every past exam a rebellion against the life Kwame had tried to trap her in. The scholarship letter arrived on a Tuesday morning, delivered to the registrar's office where Abigail worked part-time. Her hands trembled as she read it once, twice, 3 times. Unable to believe the words, full scholarship for master's degree in public health, University of Oxford. But joy was immediately followed by anguish. Akosua was 5 now, living with Abigail's mother back in their village. The separation had been necessary, school fees, living expenses, the impossible mathematics of single motherhood and education. But leaving the country, leaving her daughter for 2 years? Go, her mother said firmly over the crackling phone line. Akosua is fine, strong like her mother. This opportunity, it's what you bled for. Oxford was a dream wrapped in a nightmare of loneliness. While her classmates discussed their weekends, Abigail video called a daughter who sometimes forgot to call her mama, who cried asking when she was coming home. The guilt was crushing. But she pressed forward, graduating with distinction and a job offer from the World Health Organization. She returned to Ghana 2 years later, her heart pounding as the plane touched down in Accra. At the village, a 6-year-old girl stood beside her grandmother, shy and uncertain. Akosua didn't run to her. She didn't remember how. "It's Mama," Abigail's mother coaxed gently. "Your Mama who worked so hard for you." The rebuilding was painful. Akosua had nightmares, confused about why this stranger wanted to hold her. But Abigail was patient, reading to her every night, cooking her favorite meals, slowly threading herself back into her daughter's life. Then Kwame reappeared. He showed up at her new apartment, a modest but comfortable place her WHO salary afforded with lawyers and demands. "She's my daughter too. I have rights." "You have no rights," Abigail said, her voice steady despite her racing heart. "You have a legal document showing you abandoned us. I have witnesses. I have scars." The custody battle raged for 8 months. Kwame wanted Akosua not from love, but from ego. His ex-wife was now somebody, and he wanted a piece of her success. The day the judge ruled in Abigail's favor, she wept in the courtroom. But the greatest drama came from within. Success brought visibility, and with it came judgment from unexpected places. Church members whispered about her failed marriage. Relatives who had ignored her struggles now wanted financial help. Her siblings, inspired by her success, expected her to single-handedly fund their educations. "You think you're better than us now," her sister Amma accused during a particularly bitter family gathering. "No," Abigail replied quietly. "I think I deserve the life I nearly killed myself building. There's a difference." She started a foundation for single mothers pursuing education, channeling her pain into purpose. She raised Akosua with fierce love, making sure her daughter knew education is power, but compassion is strength. On Sundays, she sat in church with Akosua beside her, now thriving and calling her Mama with easy love. She served in the women's ministry, sharing her story with young girls facing impossible choices. She had learned that serving God wasn't about perfection, it was about persistence, about rising every time life knocked you down, about transforming your scars into stars that could light the way for others. At 32, Dr. Abigail Mensah stood as a testament to resilience. Poor girl, brilliant student, battered wife, struggling single mother, scholar, survivor, overcomer.